Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub for Tuesday, June the 1st. It's a brand new month, brand new money, hopefully, right here on the NBA Pub Hub show as the playoffs roll along. Ian Cameron, Conor Mac, Dutch Boy Fresh, Skee Prophet, back with you, ready to break down the Tuesday NBA playoff slate. 3 games on tap tonight. Last night, we ended up seeing some interesting events unfold. How about the Philadelphia 76ers letting the Wizards hang around and prolong the series to a 5th game? Joel Embiid getting injured. The big headline story coming out of that game was not able to return. His status in doubt for game 5 and beyond in this series. So all of a sudden, Wizards get a win, and could be some injury issues with Embiid moving forward. Something to keep an eye on as the Wizards stay alive and avoid the sweep with the 3-1. Now down 3-1 in the series, getting the victory last night. We had another fan incident last night as well in Washington, coming on the court, trying to jump on the backboard of the one end of the basket. So unbelievable stuff. It seems like there's a fan incident every night. What kind of fan thing is going to happen tonight? And we know we're going to see something at this point. Seems to be a nightly occurrence in the NBA. The Utah Jazz, as they get the job done against the Memphis Grizzlies. Again, another solid effort from the Grizzlies, but they fall just short. The Utah Jazz get the victory. Very disappointing to see John Morant's prop fall just short as well. 25.5. He ends up with 23. That was a disappointing result. But the good news from that game is the over got there. It was my best bet. It was Skee Prophet's best bet on the show yesterday as the Grizzlies and Jazz once again go over the total, and Utah a chance to close out the series in Salt Lake City in game 5. Skee, we'll start with you. Just the 2 games last night. They're talking on TNT last night. Ernie, Charles, Kenny, and Draymond, who of course was filling in for Shaq, that all of a sudden Washington's got some chance in this series, regardless of what happens with Embiid moving forward. I think that's over-exaggerating a little bit. But what do you think now? Philly-Washington, is this a worrisome series? Or I think the greater worry for the Sixers with Embiid is when's he going to be back? And later in the playoffs, not so much this series. I think they'll get by Washington, but certainly not good news if you're Philly seeing Embiid get injured.
Yeah, I was in and out watching this game just because I didn't think that the Wizards were going to be in it. I know my boy Dutch called it yesterday. He said that he felt kind of something tricky about this game, and the Wizards get the outright win. So I know Embiid went down. I don't know how serious it is. I think I saw Seth Curry lead the game too. So those are two important injuries for them. If either of those guys are out for time, so we'll see. And the Jazz and Grizzlies, it went as expected. Grizzlies got that first game, but Jazz, since they got Donovan Mitchell back, just a little bit too much. And if they keep putting those totals up in, I know where me and you will be.
Yeah, I know. It's just there hasn't been an adjustment. They've been in those mid 220s, and there hasn't been any budging in the total. And if it's that way again in game 5, you're right. They're absolutely, you'll know, everyone will know where we'll be, no question. Dutch, what do you think of what we saw the 2 games last night?
Real quick salute to the chat. Ray Charles, JT, my guy. We see our OG Wham. Yeah, man. Good call on that look you had yesterday. Sweaty Butcher, my guy. Yeah, yesterday started off real rough for me. I can't lie. I did have the +9, but I'm not going to pat myself on the back too much for that because Embiid going out. But that 9 was just so juicy to me all fucking day. And then, I don't know how I didn't get over 11.5 with Seth little ass Curry, man. What do you have? 10, drop 10. And then the assist prop with Big Ben, little Benny boy, motherfucker. He ain't no Big Ben looking like that from the free throw line. Foul trouble caused me that really. He had 4 fouls before I even knew it. But yeah, I mean, this is still the Sixers series. I just figured that was a game that we would get the best effort from the Wizards. I mean, 3 and 19 Russ went, but he had fucking 20-something rebounds and a lot of assists, got the triple-double. Night game, guy, I don't know what it is, man. I'm glad it's a new month because the freshest look, man, that's just been riding at 60% or better all year. And I had a rough weekend. And then last night with Michael Conley, it was he had 5 points and 4 assists in the first quarter. And I'm like, we ride on pace, easy. And then I think he finished with 11 and 7. So, I mean, it wasn't ideal at all. But I did tell the over. I did have the over with you guys on that. And I did get on that O'Neal prop, too, to give me back a little bit of my Fetty from Conor Mac. So good looking on that. But yeah, I'm hungry, man. I'm out for blood. It's Tombstone Tuesday, so you already know we're out for motherfucking blood.
Yeah, I'd like to introduce Dutch to the world of Conor Mac and Ian Cameron in terms of, we can have a winning record for the day with our plays overall, and then we just shit the bed with the best bets. Do you know how many times that's
Guys,
happened
it's
to
crazy,
Conor
man.
and I? Yeah, the baseball show, sometimes this show, like we're doing pretty good overall, but the best bet is just terrible.
Yeah,
And we've had that before. It is what it
been
is.
rough.
Yeah, you just turn the page. Yeah, you move on to the next day. That's all you can do. Conor Mac, what are your thoughts from last night?
Yeah, yesterday was really good. Had the 5-0 sweep. The number was big, but Embiid went out, like you said, so it wasn't too huge. I thought they were going to be in the game anyways. I don't think they win it, but I thought they'd be in it. Yeah, then the Grizzlies over, both the threes, O'Neal and Bogdanovich, and then best bet, Mitchell, had himself a solid day, which I thought he'd get around 30. So let's get to the day, though. Let's get rolling.
All right, let's get rolling indeed. First game of the 3 tonight. It's the Boston Celtics, the Brooklyn Nets, and it's been a one-way bet game for Brooklyn, 12.5, now 13-point home favorites here as they look to close out the Celtics in Game 5. The total's been steamed up 231.5 to 234.5 in this game, and it is hard to bet an under in this series. Boston cannot stop Brooklyn, as Skee's talked about it. Their best chance is just trying to score point for point, essentially. With the Brooklyn Nets in this series. I don't know what's going to change. It looks like we're still looking at Kemba Walker and Robert Williams, both doubtful to play tonight for the Boston Celtics. Obviously, this is their last stand. And I was on Brooklyn first half, team total over the last game. Both of those came through. I don't know if I'm willing to lay this many points, though, with Brooklyn. I get it. Boston's up against it. They really have no answers for Irving, Durant, Harden. Not to mention Harris and Shamet and some of the Griffin even at times in this series. The supporting cast of Brooklyn's made a difference as well for them. They just don't have a defensive answer, so I don't really want to back Boston, but I'm not really rushing to lay quite this many points with the Brooklyn Nets tonight in this game. Probably first quarter or first half might be a little bit of a better value option. I'm probably going to stay off the side. The total, I'm interested in the first half over potentially because I could see it being a little higher scoring early and then things slow down late. The prop that I'm going to go with, I think this is the thing I like the most tonight, and it's keep it simple. If the Celtics are going to maintain any amount of competitiveness in this game tonight and try to keep this game competitive and give them a puncher's chance at least to try to extend the series, who's going to have to go off. It's going to have to be Jason Tatum for the Boston Celtics tonight. Keep it simple. I like over 33.5 points for him. This is a guy that's been able to score 40s and 50s routinely in the series, in the regular season. If they go down with the ship means you go down with Jason Tatum, firing left and right, and I think that's going to happen tonight. So I like Tatum over 33.5 points for the Celtics tonight. Ski Profit, we'll start with you here. Celtics and Nets, Game 5.
Yeah, I was thinking about a lot. I just locked in a wager, Ian. While I was talking earlier, I had to peep over there. We got some lines out for tomorrow. I saw 225. You know where I'm going. I'm going north. So today's game, though, I think the same. Just like you said, the first half, I locked that in too. I got up out of bed, went over to Circa, put in my 114.5, and I said, let's do it again. It's the same thing every game. If Boston's going to be in the game with Brooklyn, they have to score. Like, they already know since game 1, it's not like they're going to win a defensive type game. They got to put up the points to outscore them in order to win. And I see both teams doing it again. The last 3, they average 123. So I don't know why it would be 114.5 or 116.5. I still like if it's going up to 117, I still think it goes over. So that's my main look on this one. If I had to play the side, if Boston has some pride, they stomping out Lucky. They I think that they got to come up and do something. Like, they've shown they had some pride because they didn't roll over in game 3.
Correct.
So I think that they'll come out with some effort. I think they can keep it close in the first half. And if I had to play the full game, it's a lot of points for a team that's been feisty, and Tatum can score too with the best of them. So I would lean Celtics full game, probably like them first half. My main look is over first half.
All right, over first half, more than anything for Ski Profit. Lean to Boston. I lean Boston too, believe it or not, full game. At this number, I would not want Brooklyn laying this many. And Boston didn't roll over in Game 3. Chances are they won't want to roll over tonight. However, the counter argument to that is Brooklyn, I think, wants to end it. I don't think they want to go back to Boston. I know it's Kyrie Irving, sure as hell, doesn't want to go back to Boston after they get the water bottle thrown at him the other night. So Brooklyn might put their foot down, but still, it's a lot of points. I would lean Boston at the current number. Dutch, what do you think here?
Yeah, man. I see. Shout out to Jack Reinhardt. He's looking at that Harden over 2.5. I was looking at that too. 3-pointers. I ain't mad at that. Take a minute, everybody. Hit the motherfucking like button, just like I'm hitting this plane of Zookies. Get you right where you need to be. 1 minute, hit the like button. Actually, 1 motherfucking second. All right. So in this game, man, honestly, I looked the other way. I don't know how you could back Boston. I mean, I think it's going to be Brooklyn from start to finish. The crazy thing is, too, is like a lot of people like the Celtics here with the points. It's like I was checking out the numbers, like over 70, damn near almost 80%, I believe, are like in that. It looks like a lot of points. So the public are taking the points I'm seeing. If I take this game, I'm looking Brooklyn all the way. But and I'm not mad at the prop market. I'm not with KD. I believe it's up to 30.5, but he does what he wants. I believe he's leading the league in 3-point percentage, free throws, and field goal percentage in the playoffs. Just killing them. Can't give you exact numbers. I'm sure y'all seen it on Twitter. It's a beautiful thing. And then James Harden, he's coming on in the assist column too. He had 18. I believe Skee had mentioned that last game. I was on it game 1 and 2, came short just barely. Now it's at 10.5. I don't know about that, but really what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right back to the well. I believe there's extreme value here. I'm not going to get too cute. I'm just going to go strictly with what I know is a smart play, and that's Marcus over 21.5 points and assists. Now he's averaging 19 and 8.5 in the series. If you've been following me, if you've been rocking with the show, we've been eating off of Marcus Smart every fucking game. Cutting a little close with the points. I believe it's at 15.5, mine juiced up to 16.5. But get that points and assist. It is 21.5 minus 120. We're going to get that all day.
All right, good stuff from Dutch. Yeah, I'm probably going to bet a little first quarter over as well. I'm looking at the fact that Brooklyn's actually played even faster in this series at home early in the game. So keep that in mind. So I know Skee likes the first half over. I do as well. I might add on the first quarter over. I think the points come early, and then could they slow down later in the game? Perhaps, but points early makes a lot of sense to me. Conor Mac, what do you think here, Boston and Brooklyn?
Yeah, that makes sense. I still lean over the full game. I don't know if I'm going to take it here at 235. I'd go with the Nets team total again over. I think that's a good look. That's what I'm looking at here. Damn, it's 13 points. I'd lean Celtics too. I'd take the points. Can they stay with them? The only thing is I don't love the Nets. They're going to score at will. It's just they have no real defense. So Tatum's got to go off though to keep him close. He's got to at least score 40, like you mentioned, Ian, to even be in it. He had to score 50 the game that they won. So I lean with the points here. I lean over team total over with the Nets, and I like the few props. I like the 3 props with Harden and Durant plus money here. Harden over 2.5 plus 105, and back to Durant. I think he'll get there. He only went 3 for 3 last game, but at plus 145, I think there's value. I think they'll chuck up a bunch, and they could hit there. Yeah,
the team total, I should say, on Brooklyn's been adjusted finally. It was 117, 118, pretty much the last couple of games. Now it's 123.5, but it could still get there. I still think
they score.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think they get over it.
Yeah, I hear you.
123.5, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're moving that bitch up.
It was 120 last game, I think. 119.
Yeah. It's moving on up. Moving on.
Are you talking about the first half total?
No, I said team total.
Team total.
Yeah. Just a full game team total.
What?
No, the current first half total is 116. So you got a good number, Skee. You bet it earlier. It's 116 now, that first half total. So it has definitely been on the rise throughout the day. Portland and Denver.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Portland and Denver. We've got Denver 2-point home favorites, 226 the total here in this one. Blazers bounce back for them in game 4. What did they do? They killed the Nuggets in that game, tied the series up 2 games apiece. We'll see if they can carry it over here to game 5. To me, it's been one of those series that it's back and forth, but I still think Portland's going to find a way to pull out this series when it's all said and done. I know Skee took the Blazers adjusted series price prior to Game 4. It was a good timing on that with Portland winning Game 4, now tying up this series. I don't know if I'll back Portland individually here tonight in this game. I lean that way. I'm going to come back to the over the total in this game at 226. I know we finally had our first under in Game 4, but for the Nuggets, I think it's a bigger night for them offensively. It's a Michael Porter night. He's going to have to play big. And I think it's a Nikola Jokic night for the Denver Nuggets. I think for the Joker, it's him to lead the way. It's a big, important game. If you go down 3-2, going back to Portland for Game 6, you're in big trouble. I like his points, his rebounds, his assist prop tonight. That one on Jokic makes a lot of sense to me. I think this is a game where he can be big. I like that Jokic over 1.5 threes as well. Someone mentioning that in the chat. And everything Jokic, I like tonight in terms of player props in this game. He's got to go off. He's got to be strong. He wasn't happy about his performance in Game 4. Hell, nobody should have been happy about it for Denver. I think he bounces back strong. So I'm keeping it simple. Over 226 for the full game total. And I like Nikola Jokic over points, rebounds, and assists, which I believe when I last checked, that number is sitting at 48.5. So 48.5 over points, rebounds, and assists for Jokic tonight. Skee, what do you think here? Game 5, Portland, Denver.
I think Portland is the better team. That's kind of how I feel about this series. It does feel like a Nuggets spot, kind of. I know Nuggets kind of been winning the first halves of these games. Maybe if you like Nuggets, you want to take them early in the game because Mike Malone was chewing them out, and he usually can get his group motivated to play. So, if I like them, it probably will be Nuggets first half and Blazers full game. But I'm already invested on the series at plus 160, and so I'm just going to fill this game out. For the total, I think we'll see points first half. I think over to 115. I think it can get there. And if I had to play the full game too, I would expect points. So that's how I'm leaning for this game.
All right, lean into first half and full game over the total, and also Skee saying maybe Denver early in the game if you like them. Dutch, what do you like here, Portland, Denver?
Yeah, shout out to James McGinnis. Shout out to Cold R. Yeah, we're going to get there, my man. I see you, though. I like that. Noli knows, my guy, making unders great again. See you, my dude. Yeah, on this game, man, it ain't no secret. I fuck with the Blazers. But I do believe, I agree with you, Ian. I think this is a nice spot here, for the Nuggets. Overall, though, I do believe the Blazers will somehow get this done. But when it comes to the first half, the Nuggets are 3-1 ATS in the first half. I got to stick with them first half because I do believe, obviously the Blazers got the closers. And I'm going, it's chalky, but I agree with you, Ian, with Joker. He's going to eat. He's coming off a game where he went 6 of 17 from the field. He had 16 points and 9 rebounds, a minus 32. That sticks with him. He's a great player. He brings it, damn near every night. I expect him to easily get this 31.5 points. So I'm right with you on that. You know what you're going to get. They're going to give him the ball as long as he's aggressive, which I expect he will be. He has been in this series. 31 should be very easy. I'm not mad at the Dame over 30. I believe it's 31.5 as well. But I'll stick with Joker. And then I like that first half. I think Denver's going to come out from the start. I do believe that, Blazers think that, that they can at times turn it on. But the problem with the Blazers is they can't get a fucking stop when they need to. So I look for Denver to come out hungry. The role players had a horrible game. Michael Porter Jr. had 3 points. I believe he only played, he played less than 20 minutes, but 3 points. It's at 20.5. I wouldn't be mad at that, but I'm going to keep it kind of short, small, my car a little tight. And I'm going to lock in the Joker over 31.5, and I will be on the Nuggets first half.
All right, Nuggets first half, Jokic over 31.5 points for Dutch. And like I said, I like the over 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Jokic. So we're in that same line of thinking, essentially, that he's going to bounce back, be really strong, be really good tonight for the Denver Nuggets. And I'll give Portland credit. They did defend, in Game 4. That was about as good as I've ever seen the Blazers play defense all season. But do you really trust them to do it 2 games in a row and now doing it on the road against a Denver team that is going to step up at home and try to avoid going down 3-2? That's the challenge for Portland, bringing that same defense tonight. I have not seen them string multiple good waves of defensive basketball one game to the next. That's been their problem all season long. Connor, what do you think here, Portland, Denver?
I'm with you. Even though that last game went under, I'm back on the over. I just think Blazers played a little bit better defense, but the Nuggets didn't score. They looked horrible. I think it's back in the same range, 120, 115. We get over 226. I lean Nuggets. I'm with you, Dutch. I don't know if I want to take the Nuggets first half or full game. I haven't decided yet. And my main prop is Storm and Norman Powell. I think at over 17.5, it's a bargain. Minus 107. He's been over every game, 29 last game. I think it's pretty low here at 17.5. I think Dame and Joker, you can't go wrong with over them, 31.5. It's a little bit juiced. Dame had 10 assists last game. Here's one I haven't took. I don't know if I am, but looking for all this plus money, that's what I look for in these props. Dame over 8.5 assists, plus 127. Maybe some value there with him.
Yeah, I like that.
No, that is a good one, especially when you can get it at a plus price. And I wouldn't argue with Powell. Powell was great. And this is why they got Norman Powell, the Blazers, for playoff time, because of the years of experience he had with Toronto at playoff time. And now all of a sudden here with the Blazers, that he's going to help you at a time like this, and he's done that for the Blazers. All right, now this one to wrap up the night, the final game, the late game, the second part of the doubleheader. I believe Portland Denver's NBA TV tonight. That's why it's that start time where the Brooklyn game and this game, Lakers Suns, are TNT games tonight. So Suns and Lakers, we've got the Suns 5-point favorites, 209 the total in this one across the board. Of course, Anthony Davis not playing tonight for the LA Lakers, and now the Phoenix Suns. Certainly the door is open for them in this series. Can they burst on through the doors? The big question. And what can we get from LeBron? I mean, all I've heard Kenny Smith talk about the last 2 days on TNT is now LeBron's got to become the scorer. He's got to become the guy that's willing to shoot the basketball and really take the onus of the offense on his shoulders for the LA Lakers and prove that he's still, been arguably the best player in the sport for the last almost 20 years. Here's a chance to show people why that is. I think he is going to rise to the occasion. You can say what you want about how he's been banged up. He hasn't gotten into any fluidity or any rhythm on the floor because of, the second half of the season. He didn't play a whole lot. LeBron's ankle, is it going to continue to hold up? But I think he's going to go out there and try to show something tonight. I really do. So the over 26.5 points on LeBron is appealing to me from a prop standpoint. In this game, you could go points and rebounds as well. I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. Not so much on the assists, because I think this is on him now with no AD. I got to shoot and score more than I have so far for the majority of this series. So I like points. I wouldn't talk anyone out of points and rebounds over as well with LeBron in this game tonight. Kudos to Chris Paul for playing in game 4 through his injury and playing quite well. But now, things shift a little bit. I like Phoenix on Sunday in game 4. Plus the points. They won that game outright, but they did have the Anthony Davis injury leaving that game early, that kind of went in their favor as well. Now the values pendulum, I think, shifts a little bit in this game to the Lakers a little bit. At this number, I would only back the Lakers at plus points, +5. I think they bounce back. I think LeBron has something to prove here a little bit. Not that he should feel that way, but in this series, because obviously you're taking 80 off the floor, he's got to show that he can step up a little bit offensively. I think he will do that. The Lakers, I think, defensively didn't play their best basketball. I think they're capable of better than that in this game. So at this number, look, the Suns are going to have to prove to me in this spot now, even without Anthony Davis, that they can win by margin against the Lakers team that, I like them off a loss. They've been very good off. LeBron James, you want to go back and look at his record straight up and against the spread off a playoff loss. It's very good. It's not the kind of track record I'm going against when they're catching points. I lean Lakers here, +5. As far as the total goes, not much of an opinion, but I do like the LeBron props tonight. Over points and rebounds for LeBron James tonight. Skee, what's your thoughts here? Lakers, Suns.
Yeah, I feel a lot of different ways. I'm not mad at those LeBron props. I probably agree. The line is moving, like it's going towards the Lakers. And it's going towards the over. What is that telling us? Is that saying like Anthony Davis is supposed to play or something? Because it has to be a reason for that line movement. That's what I'm thinking right now. But regardless of that, if AD is out as far as props go, I probably would look towards LeBron triple-double. Every triple-double he's had this season, the Lakers have won. And that's the way I lean towards the game anyway. You talk about LeBron's track record off of a playoff loss. I have it right here. If you're looking at career-wise, 40-12 straight up, 76.9% 34, 16-2 against the spread, 68%.
Wow.
If you're looking at since 2012, 20-2 straight up, 90.9%. 15-5-2 against the spread, 75%. So that's not something I'm putting my money against. And you think about Chris Paul, when has he ever had success late in a playoff series? It's been far and few between, you know what I'm saying? So between that and Devin Booker shook, he's 18 for 50. I think that's correct. I'm not even exaggerating over the last 3 games. So
yeah.
He's not ready. I don't think this young Suns team is going to be ready. And the Lakers, we all know they're a great defensive team. And the thing is, they'll be ready this time. Whether Anthony Davis plays or not, they're going to be ready for whatever situation they're put into. It's not like it's going to be a surprise in the middle of the game. So I like the Lakers today. I think that they could win the game outright. And I'll let you guys have the total.
All right, Lakers +5. He likes the LeBron props. And I knew it was good, Skee. His record off a loss in the playoffs. I didn't know it was that good. That is a long-term strong track record of bouncing back LeBron James teams in the playoffs. And that triple-double, that's staring you staring me in the face because I'm looking at it right now on my phone here, +600 in a lot of spots, triple-double for LeBron James tonight. So a sprinkle on that might be worth it. You just get that sense now with everything that's going on, the Lakers needing to grab the momentum back in this series. No Anthony Davis. The onus is going to fall on him to be big tonight for the Lakers. We'll see if he follows through and plays a big-time game for LA. Dutch, what do you think here? Lakers Suns.
Yeah, man. I got to disagree, man. Sounds like a fan over there. No, I'm playing, bro. Those are great numbers for LBJ. But let me tell you, this ain't the same LBJ, bro. You know that. Come on, man. And a great stat to prove that is the motherfucker got 17 free throw attempts in the series. He should have that in one game. He got 17 attempts in the series. He's also shooting horrible from 3-point. He's one of 9 in the fourth quarter in the series, man. He just like getting tired, don't want to get beat around. I do expect LBJ to get over 26.5 points. I do like that bet. Probably load the stat sheet, but I don't know how the hell they're going to beat Phoenix without AD, bro. He's their best player. When he goes and he does his thing, they win. Against Phoenix, when they don't, they lose. This is to me a Phoenix spot all the way. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in for the show purposes. First half -2.5. I do believe this is a trifecta spot though for Phoenix. My man Skee, you know what I'm saying, said it. Booker ain't even done shit, and they still won. But in LA, I mean, Booker had a horrible game, game 3. So it's not looking good for LA, in my opinion. You know, they're relying on Drummond now, and I'm not mad at the Drummond double-double. I think that is actually good value at plus money. But bro, they haven't stopped Ayton at all, and now AD's ass is on the bench. KCP is hobbling. You gonna rely on Caruso? I know that's what you're talking. Caruso, man. No. He had like 4 turnovers and 3 assists in last game. I hope he gets a lot of run because I don't like that guy at all. That's better for my Phoenix bet, in my opinion. And I'm gonna go with Ayton. I'm gonna go with DeAndre. He has over 27.5 points and rebounds. It is -125. He's averaging 20 and 13 in the series on a great percentage. Nobody can stop him. As long as they give him his touches, he's getting 20 plus, easy double-digit rebounds. I expect Phoenix to handle their business and take advantage of a beat-up Lakers team at home. And also, my man, I believe in the chat, was Colder who said it. Bridges over 1.5 threes. I like this look a lot. He's went over this. He's got 2 in every game, and it's -106. So it's not plus money, but over 1.5 threes. I mean, I think Mikal Bridges will be in the corner getting that.
I hear you on DeAndre Ayton. In fact, I had him circled for props. I haven't locked it in yet, but now you backing that up. Over 14.5 points, over 27.5 points and rebounds for DeAndre Ayton tonight. I like both of those. There's no question. Anthony Davis off the floor frees up a lot of space in that interior for him to do damage. There's no question about that. I like that quite a bit. Yeah,
I'll tell you guys really quick. I didn't think he was going to play. I still don't think Anthony Davis is going to play. But don't be surprised the way this line is moving if Anthony Davis plays tonight.
If he plays, everything I said, fuck it. You know.
Yeah, we're going under the assumption he's not
because
playing.
This is based off AD not playing. To be honest with you,
correct.
This is and also Phoenix is 3-1 ATS first half in the series. You know, Phoenix has been a moneymaker for us in the first half. I don't see how that doesn't continue at home without fucking AD.
Yeah, and LeBron's a question mark. I think even with the ankle, even with him not playing at his usual high level right now, that he can reach back and give you a big game tonight. But that's in doubt. I don't know for sure. I mean, even Skee might admit, I don't know. He doesn't even know for sure if LeBron's going to have this huge game tonight. I think he could, but there are issues. He's 2 for 12, the last 2 from 3-point range. He's treating the basketball like a hand grenade. He's had a lot of turnovers as well, LeBron, the last few games. So there's issues right now. He's got to correct those. And is he healthy enough? And is he playing at a high enough level to fix those issues tonight? That's the big time question. So I do have concerns there, but I'm going to just rely on the fact that he's got that mentality of I'm going to show everybody tonight what I can still do, because he's done that before, and I think he'll play well tonight. But it's just Dutch's point. That's not a lock. That is not a guarantee that LeBron James is awesome tonight and plays this huge game. It's up for debate, to be sure. Connor, what do you think here? Lakers Suns.
Yeah, we'll see here. This one's difficult. With AD out, it'll be tough. But the key on the Suns side, to me, I'm on the under again. I lean that way. And full game, I take Lakers, but I just don't love it. I stayed off last game. I'm probably going to stay off this one as well. Is Chris Paul going to play that good? And we just talked about, I think you mentioned it, Dutch. Booker hasn't, or Skee, he hasn't had a game yet. He hasn't shot it well. He shot it so bad. So I was waiting, is that tonight the night where he scores 40 and the Suns win big? Because he has not shot it well at all. And I think he's going to have a good shooting night one of these nights. So it's a game I'm going to stay off of. I like the Drummond double-double. I think Ayton, LeBron over 27.5 is good. It's juiced, obviously, real high. The Lakers got to make some threes. So I look at plus price here. Props is Schroeder over 1.5 plus 155. He got 2 last game. That's all he needs here. So the Lakers are going to need some guys to hit some shots because, yeah, LeBron was 1 for 7 before Davis went out 0 for 3. Nobody was really hitting shots. Gasol was 3 for 5. Guys like that are going to have to step up tonight. So that's all I like. I'm probably going to stay off the side in total. I lean under, and full game, if I had to, I lean the Lakers. But a lot of moving parts with these injury guys. With Paul, Booker hasn't shot it well. Obviously, Davis out. LeBron's got to step up. Kind of everything's crisscrossing here, driving me crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm looking back at my Lakers DVD that you see in the background here. I'm thinking maybe the Lakers can call the guys that are on the front of that DVD: James Worthy, Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Kobe.
They need him tonight, bro. They need him tonight.
Cover that DVD to help them out tonight in this game without Anthony Davis. That's a hell of a crew there. I mean, my gosh, those DVDs are phenomenal. They're there for a reason. I've watched both of them a million times. Bulls and the Lakers, the Jordan era, the great multiple Laker eras, 70s, 80s with Magic, 2000s with Shaq and Kobe. So outstanding. But they could use some of those guys in the background tonight, the Lakers. Help them out a little bit. All right, great stuff, guys. Connor, Dutch, and Skee breaking down the Tuesday card. We'll get to best bets, Dutch's freshest look in just a moment. But before we do that, we'll pause for some messages from Manscaped and Southtown 101. There it is, Southtown 101, San Antonio, Texas. If you're in town, make sure you stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke, Southtown 101, San Antonio. Manscaped, promo code PubSports, 20% off. All you guys out there, take care of yourself with Manscaped, promo code Pub Sports, and as well, mybookie.ag, promo code Pub Sports, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. We've got the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA playoffs, MLB, and a whole lot more going on. So great time to check out mybookie.ag, promo code Pub Sports. All right, it is that time. Best bets here for the NBA Pub Hub show for this Tuesday. Ski Profit, we'll start with you. What do you like for best bet?
Yeah, I'll just go back and just reinforce what I said. I like the Lakers. Don't look back and say, why didn't I take the +5? God damn. Lakers are going to probably win this game with or without Anthony Davis. Best bet.
All right, liking the Lakers. +5 and a
You might have to link up, homeboy.
No homer bet, though. This is legit. You know, he is one of those guys. He'll bet the Lakers when he thinks it's right, and he'll bet against them when he thinks it's right. Lakers +5 against Suns. Best bet for the Ski Profit here tonight. Dutch, freshest look. I know you're pounding your head against the wall with this freshest look, but what do you got tonight? It's time to get this turned around. I agree.
Yes, sir. And Skee just fucking gave me a lot of confidence with this pick too. But I ain't scared, bro. We doing it, my man. We taking Phoenix Suns first half -2.5. Now, you know, I didn't mention this too. The Lakers they're shooting 29% from 3-point in the series. It's more of a supporting cast around LBJ. They need AD. I'm sure LBJ will have a good game, but everyone around them is pretty much bum squad when it comes to getting it done. I look for Drummond to get the double-double, but that's about it. We're looking at the Phoenix Suns to handle business from start to finish, blocking in -2.5. And I'm going to Rasheed Wallace this motherfucker. I guarantee that hits tonight. -2.5, the Phoenix Suns. Let's go.
All right, Phoenix Suns with confidence. First half, -2.5 against the LA Lakers. Not completely against Skee because his is a
no. I hope
game,
he wins. His.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Like, didn't give me. You know.
We can make everybody happy. Suns cover first half, Lakers cover, win the game. We could see that. Who knows? But that's a great game. That's so much intrigue, and there's so many fascinating elements to that Lakers Suns game. It's a great way to wrap up the night. I'm looking forward to it. All right, Conor Mac, you're next up. What do you got?
Yeah, I think that game's tight. Points are tight. I'm going to go – well, I think it comes back with Portland and Denver, the over 226. I'm going to take a player prop. I'm going with Storm and Norman Powell over 17.5. I just think it's too low. They haven't corrected it. I think it could have been a little bit higher. They're still leaving it down here at 17.5 and -107. I think he gets 20 easy tonight. So Norman Powell over 17.5.
All right, Norman Powell over 17.5 points. Player prop best bet for Conor Mac. And I'm going to do my first player prop best bet for the show. I haven't done a player prop yet as a best bet. It's Jokic time. The Jokers are wild tonight in Denver. Nikola Jokic, points, rebounds, and assists over 48.5 for me. I think he shatters that number. I think he gets into the 50s. I think this is a monster night in a spot where they need him at their most important time of the year. And I think he delivers tonight for the Denver Nuggets, especially coming off the subpar game he had in Game 4. Nikola Jokic over 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Player prop best bet for me tonight on this Tuesday slate. And that'll wrap up this edition of the NBA Pub Hub. This is a fun show every day, 7 days a week. We're here for you guys, the viewers and the listeners, every day throughout the rest of the NBA playoffs. Make sure you join us 7 days a week, Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, every day for NBA betting coverage with the Pub Hub here on Pub Sports Radio. For Ski Profit, for Dutch Boy Fresh, for Conor Mac, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Tuesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll see you again tomorrow. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man, you know what it is. Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like and subscribe. Salute to the real ones. And you know what's on the menu tonight? Lake Show. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest.
We be pubbing. Let's get it.